Good morning, fans, friends, and family of the Place to Be Reviews. I am Itepukui and the Benevolent One at N80 Pete, the boss, hashtag the Place to Be Reviews. Joining me this morning is Mr. Tap and Die.
A boot last night. Is that how they say in Canada? A boot.
Hey, buddy. A boot last night, buddy. Oh, man, with their fucking floppy heads and everything.
And their damn bacon. I mean ham.
That's ham. That is not bacon. Hey, Chris Wicks is here. All right. Second like, Miss Monica MJ is here. Good morning, Miss Monica. And we are all anxiously awaiting your return to the program next week. Hope everything is going well. Yeah, and you get some family time. So let's kind of go over these rapid fire topics we were talking about. And number one was the Joker movie, and I just asked the question. It's either buy or sell or hit or miss. And with the Joker movie, I'm buying this movie. There's already early Oscar hype for it. I think that this is going to be pretty much a clinic in character acting for the Joker. Now, this is not. I don't think this will detract from anybody else's Joker. Outside of Jared Leto's, because Jared Leto's Joker was a complete disgusting pile of shit.
Cuck.
He was just a cucked out, just weird, creepy Joker. Suicide Squad was just. I still haven't made it all the way through that movie. I haven't.
Do I hear watch party, drunk watch party?
it might have to be. It's that stupid to me, and I really hope that the sequel does it a little more justice. But I don't know. I don't think so offhand. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the Joker movie?
Okay, the way I think I'll watch it eventually. I don't plan on buying it, mostly because I discussed it on David's channel with LMP and him, and that I think it was LMP was there. But anyway, when I looked at it more, the trailer more, it feels just like Taxi Driver, and I've seen Taxi Driver and I own it, so why would I own it again? It could be a little different for all I know, but like I said, I'll just wait. I usually more selective with movies these days.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. It looks good. Like when that first trailer dropped, I was like, "Oh shit, this does look pretty good." And then I saw more trailers, but then there was more. Like I think it was some leaks they talked about. And like I said, the more I thought about it in retrospect, it's like it feels just like it's just going to be Taxi Driver with the Joker.
Yeah, that's actually a really astute analogy, and I do like that. I do like that because there are absolutely a lot of parallels. Before we move on, let me acknowledge the chat again here. We've got the Australian connection in the chat. David Applegate and Chris Wicks, and with Chris Wicks being here, I have to do it. Hi, morning, Chris. It's me, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, I'm here, bud. Come on in, play some Fortnite. Yeah, have a beer, some in the bucket, log onto the Wi-Fi, and don't hit a kangaroo. Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of Taco Tuesday, did you see that new movie he's coming out with?
Is that the Hitler deal?
Yep. It looks actually pretty good because I like movies. I've always wanted a movie like that where it's the Nazis, but it's kind of a joke take, and then the kid's imaginary friend is Hitler. It does look funny.
I haven't really watched anything for it yet, and I'll probably end up doing it. I have videos on videos to do, and I have trailer reactions to do. I'm about to finish my Halloween review for 2018 this morning. I have 20 minutes of the movie left to watch, and I am almost done with my review. The review it's going to be like very, very long form. The video, like I said, it's going to be like a Mahler video. It's probably going to be around like a 30 to 40 minute video.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shred. This movie's bad. Like it jumps the shark. It's just bad. But let me get back to the chat here. So we got Chris Wicks, David Applegate. Of course, Monica's in the chat. The Appalachian American. Hail to thee in the chat. And hail
to thee. Hail
to thee. Hail the fandom menace. And thank you all for joining us this morning. So, Monica, why are you blue? Because you are a moderator in the chat. You and Adam are. I gave you guys the wrenches. Who is it? Is it Odin or Doomcock that calls them the wrench wenches? So it's that is a non-gender related term. It is just I made you guys moderators in the chat. So Yeah. So
Yeah, I caught that stream towards the end because I was, like I said, I was busy trying to take care of some of that writing. But I did.
yeah,
How long were you on? Because it said it was like 2 hours long, but I could have sworn you were on there longer.
we did. It was 2 hours and 37 minutes last night.
Okay, I think it cut out like 37 minutes because I didn't hear the intro when I jumped back on.
Well, I listened to it. It started from the beginning. I haven't really went all the way through it. I never really listened to much of the shows. I might listen to just a couple minutes to see
Oh,
how
just the beginning. That's what I mean. Like as soon as I hit play again to go back, it just was already all talking. You didn't introduce yourself or the guys. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I think it cut some out.
Okay. But yeah, so these so the Joker movie, it looks like everybody in the chat is in the consensus of this is this is a hit, this is a buy, and I like the early Oscar buzz might be a little bit preliminary, but I really think this is going to be a very good movie, and Joaquin Phoenix is going to own this role.
It's pretty Oscar baity.
It is.
It just oozes with Oscar anyway.
It's there's only a couple things you can ooze, and one of them is always gross, and the other one is usually good though, like charisma or something like that.
Yeah, that's the gross part. Oscar.
So let's see. Next one we have is the Dave Chappelle. Is he the hero we need right now? I absolutely think so, and that's what I love about Dave Chappelle. He's always been just off the cuff, tell it like it is, and unapologetic about his comedy. So he's absolutely the hero we need right now in the stand-up comedy game.
Well, as far as I think about it is, I agree with that, but mostly because from my perspective, I'm not like a big Dave Chappelle fan. I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong, because I watched my first experience with him was that movie Half Baked, and I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I remember watching as a kid, and then I saw like clips of the Chappelle Show. Like, and the only two I really know about is the black white supremacists and the black president one, and I thought they were good. So when I watch this, I think it's funny, but I think some people don't like it because they're used to his older stuff. So I think that's where some people come from. Why they would say it's a little like our Appalachian American. He was like meh on it, and that's that's fine. That's his opinion. But I wonder maybe for some people that has to do with those who grew up and watched the Chappelle Show and saw how really good he can get.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. See, I watched the Chappelle Show. That when it premiered, I was all over that because, like I said, we talked about this last night. I've enjoyed, even Dave Chappelle's bit parts in movies, dating back to like Robin Hood Men in Tights and all that. And, Half Baked. I absolutely love that movie. And Alex brought up last night, I forgot about Undercover Brother. He was Conspiracy Brother in that movie. And that was absolutely hilarious.
I haven't seen that in a while, Undercover Brother.
I wish I still had it. I got the movie poster that was at the family video that's right around the corner from my house. I got the movie poster when that came out, and I lost it in one of my moves, and I was really sad because it was such a cool. It was the huge like poster, and I had it on the wall of my apartment when I first moved in. But yeah, I absolutely love Dave Chappelle, and like I said, I don't think that any of this criticism is going to deter him from what he does, and that is just be himself and do his own thing. And Dave kind of marches to the beat. He does. He marches to the beat of his own drum. When Comedy Central threw all that money at him to do season 3, Dave he was stressed and he said, "Fuck it. I don't know if it'll be as good as season 1 and 2." And he walked away. He's like, he took that pilgrimage, went to Africa, had a chance to get out, clear his mind, do his thing. And I applaud him for that. That took a lot to walk away from that amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been like some shows I've been noticing there's some shows where by the third season, it really takes that downhill. Like the first season's really great. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying as far as his, but I mean in general. Yeah. Like the first season's great. That second season's like not as good as the first, but then that third one comes and it's like, oh fuck this shit. The hell with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on what they have. I think initially plotted out in a lot of these shows, and if the writers kind of lose themselves, and they sell the farm in the first 2 seasons, and then by season 3 they're like, oh shit, and they're trying to come up with this stuff kind of on the fly, and it really comes across in the finished product that it's just not that good, and they don't have a good grip on what they're trying to do. Let's see. The Appalachian American says the message was on point, but the comedy was meh. 15 minutes in before the first lap. And absolutely, I'm not going to knock somebody because comedy is comedy is so subjective. And that's, you can like the overall message, but not necessarily be a fan of the delivery of it. So, yeah, I absolutely understand where you're coming from.
No, it's not subjective. That's a lie. Appalachian American, you are banished. Banished from these lands. I banish you.
You're done. You're
Fuck
out.
the deal and face the wheel.
That's okay. It's time to go. Monica said, yeah, I didn't like the first part. Not a fan of joking about people killing themselves. I like the rest of it, though. See, and that's the thing is...
So me and Monica wouldn't get along. I joke about people killing themselves all the time.
That got me, and this is going back a couple of years to when I really started getting thrown in Facebook jail. What's his name from Lincoln Park? Was it Chester Bennington? Yeah, I got zapped for a meme that was it's like one step closer, and it was like a pair of feet hanging right off the floor. I got
the Bullshitters did a whole episode about it. Have you seen that one? One of their older episodes. Oh shit! I lost Pete. I'm all by myself, and I can't read the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure he'll be back at some point. I don't want to be alone.
There, I'm back. Holy
shit! I was freaking out.
Yeah, there. Yeah. And Monica said, let's see. Chester didn't off himself, though. Monica says, yeah, but you're cruel. So, well, this is true.
True. It's true. Let me file that under shit I already know. But like I said, the WCBS, they did an episode on it. It was pretty hilarious. And they bring it up every once in a while, how they did it.
Yeah, see, I'm just like, it's like the Chris Benoit, the Hangman game, meme. I always make jokes about Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero in a Stairway to Heaven match. Owen Hart in a Falls Count Anywhere match versus Droz. And for those of you who don't remember Droz, Darren Drozdoff was a former professional football player who got into professional wrestling, and he fell and broke his neck. He took a move wrong and broke his neck, or something like that. So yeah, I make a lot of dark, off-color wrestling jokes.
Well, they got nothing on Bud Dwyer, the Suicide King. There's an old WCBS joke right there.
See, that was before I started.
Yeah, if you're bored, you gotta just watch old episodes. That's what our Appalachian America did. He went all the way back to the first episodes, going all the way through.
And I want to, because Loudy, I want to go back and catch some of Loudy's stuff on there, because Loudy's a regular on the Anchor podcast now on Monday nights. Yeah. So, yep, he is. He's been my go-to on the Monday nights with Monica and I. So, and we had a really wrestling centric episode on Monday night, which was fun. And next week we might do a Tuesday night live stream. Because the High Council is not going to be on WCBS next week. It'll probably be on EVS's channel, and he'll fall asleep. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to do a live stream Tuesday night with Loudy and possibly another friend of mine, Will, who's another former independent professional wrestler, and he's also big into the comic books and the Marvel stuff, and he's a huge Arrowverse fan. So we're going to do a little gig, and he might come on Tuesday. So we got that. So we're gonna be really busy next week. So let's see here. Let's move down the list on topics here. And what else? We'll skip over the Star Wars one for now, because we're going to come back to that. We're going to get more in depth on the Reddit leaks, which we really didn't cover that heavy last night. But okay, so Spider-Man at Sony, he's better off there. Are we buying or selling this? What do you think?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, because I'm like with Adam. Oh shit! Hang on, let me get rid of this echo. Hang on.
Yep.
So is it soaking?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. about how the news just changes every so often. It could change in the next 5 minutes. So I really don't know. I mean, I'm not really have a horse in this race because it's not a big deal to me. I'll just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I personally, I think, and I kind of touched on this last night. I think that the Spider-Man character will be better off with the lesser of two evils at Sony, and I have a problem saying that because Tom Rothman from Sony, he's kind of an asshole.
Only kind of.
Only kind of. But it's going to really open up the treasure chest of Spider-Man characters that we're going to get to see now. And that is the thing that excites me the most, is getting the possibility of seeing some of these, more irrelevant characters. Like, I know they're planning, it's a black cat, and I can't remember who they're pairing with her.
Why she gotta be black?
Because the character's name. Because the fuchsia or the mauve cat or burnt umber cat doesn't sound as good.
Umber cat? I don't know.
The burnt umber cat.
Umber cat. Oh my god.
Umber. That is a crayon color. I used to have a two-tone Olds Cutlass that was burnt umber. So
wow.
That's why that stuck out in my head. No, I think the Spider-Man character is going to be better off over at Sony. And they're, like I said, they've got the Morbius, the Living Vampire movie coming out next year. And then you have the Kraven's Last Hunt movie, which has been rumored to be in production. So I'm excited about it. And there's just a lot that they can do with all these extra characters. And then we have, the Venom 2 coming with Carnage, and, the possibility of them adapting the Maximum Carnage storyline onto the big screen is also very enticing to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I really not because I wasn't even that big a fan of Spider-Man, so I really don't care either way what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I do enjoy the Tobey Maguire ones because at some point, I want to say it was last July, I took the time to actually just watch them because I couldn't think of anything else to watch today, and I really understand now how good they are. But he didn't become like my favorite character, so like in all honesty, I could care either way. I really don't. I kind of do want him to go back to his own and get out of Marvel. Mostly because MCU. With the way they're going, I would get the hell out of there, myself as well. So that's why I would be for it. But other than that, it's not because I care about the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm a fan of Spider-Man, and those are some of the earliest comic books and superhero memories I have is Spider-Man and the Spider-Man cartoon. But DC is really where my heart lies because of Batman and the Flash. But I'm a huge Sam Raimi trilogy fan. Now I look at the Amazing Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield, and obviously that's a dumpster fire, but those movies made money, surprisingly. They did, and like I said, we talked a little bit about this last night because David brought up the worldwide gross for them, and they made very good money. But that doesn't necessarily mean they were good films because, look at The Last Jedi. That made money, and it was a steaming pile of dog shit. Hey, good morning to Goober Brothers Entertainment. He's joining us in the chat right now. So, yeah, we got if you're in the chat right now, be sure to bitch slap that like button. And, if you need baby powder, just holla, holla, holla. Did you see the Amazing Spider-Man movies, Tap?
No, I remember when they first came out, I was like, I just rolled my eyes. I didn't care. I did not want to see them. Oh, hell, did I lose them again? Well, like I said, I didn't care for them. Screw them. I can't do this by myself. Pete, damn it, Pete.
By myself. For $1 a day, you too can buy a Bald Man internet.
Yep, give me that router, folks.
Dig deep in your pockets and give me that new router, ladies and gentlemen. No, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I didn't watch them until well after the fact that they came out. I mean, like I just saw the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think last year. So they weren't. I mean, the CGI was okay, but I didn't like the story. I didn't like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He was too much of a pretty boy to be Spider-Man to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I could. Hold on, I got that. I keep getting this fucking echo.
Let's
And
see.
the only way to get it out is if I pull out my head.
Let's see. David Applegate
Put
says,
it back in.
Do I want the info on the Morbius movie? Yeah, absolutely. Any info you have on the Morbius, the Living Vampire, because I really haven't had time to look that up very much. Because that's the one that's coming out with Jared Leto next year, and I believe that's going to release around the same time as Black Widow, which will be kind of interesting. But like I said, the Black Widow movie, the anticipation has kind of died for that one because, well, she's dead, and
Right, she died.
yeah, it's Dave says, let's see, shall I jump on? Let's see. Well, let me run through this Star Wars stuff, and we'll jump back on this in a minute, Dave.
Star Wars.
Yeah, let's I want to
The last shit to give.
Yeah, that's about it. Let's see. I'm going to open this link up here for the Reddit leaks because they're kind of, like I said, they're kind of interesting to me, but overall, it's kind of just like, you know, they're they are what they are at this point, and I don't think they can really salvage this movie. So I don't know.
Do we ever know?
I don't. No. Let's see here. Cody, let's see. Goober Brothers says, I miss Star Wars. Absolutely. Oh, Loudy's in the chat. Loudy's in the chat.
Hashtag butt stuff.
He says, open that link. All I gotta say is this better not be porn. Let's see. I got the link is open here, and let's see. All right, let me let's do let's see, what do I have open? I don't want this to freeze, but let's see. All right, so let's see. Luke and Leia appear in multiple flashbacks, including at least one scene where Leia is being trained or is discussing Jedi training with Luke. The outcome of the training is uncertain. It is also unclear if Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill.
You said it wasn't porn. They're running a train on her.
God damn it. It is also unclear if Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill filmed these scenes and will be de-aged, or if they are portrayed by younger actors and CG'd like Leia and Tarkin in Rogue One. My source has heard nothing about Han appearing in any flashbacks. Yeah, so this goes along with Luke and Leia training with a lightsaber, and I don't know, seeing Leia with a lightsaber. You know, it just, I don't mind because I know in the Dark Empire, yeah, she was, she had a lightsaber and she was bad, but we haven't really seen it in the movies. And for them to just try to shoehorn it in now at the end is kind of ridiculous.
I mean, they did shoehorn in that Mary Poppins scene. You know, her using her force power. So hey, it shouldn't be too far fetched that she has a lightsaber.
Yeah, why not at this point?
She should have had like a walking cane, and there was a lightsaber, and it kind of like I have the sword canes, but it's a lightsaber.
I actually have one of those sword canes. It's got it's all black with some gold trim around it, and it's got a gold lion's head, and you pull that up, and there's the sword.
And you'd be like you my hose. I need my money for my hose because you a pimp.
It's from my Huggy Bear outfit. For those of you. Those of you who are familiar with Huggy Bear, Antonio Fargas from Starsky and Hutch. Let's see the next one. Oh, so I want to touch on this Leia, the CG thing. Now, supposedly they're using all Loudy. You mean Carrie Poppins? Yep, Carrie Poppins, buddy. Now they talked about using what's her Billy Lord Taylor or whatever her daughter's name is. To do some of they were going to CG Leia's face onto her body because they're basically they're very similar.
Yeah, she's gonna have to get some cocaine though to get herself into the role though.
Yeah, yeah. If she wants to act like Carrie Fisher in the original Star Wars, yeah, she was very very a wild child. Carrie Fisher was. Let's see what else we have. Leia's role as resistance leader is being said to be of a similar size to The Force Awakens role, perhaps even smaller. Though her flashback scenes make her seem more present in the film, no confirmation on whether Leia lives or dies in the film. Well, I mean, I would hope that she kind of, I just kill the character off, please. I don't like saying kill the legacy characters off, but I mean, I don't even think they should really be using her in this film. I wish they wouldn't have been. It just seems a little bit, I don't know. Anything they do by Jar Jar Abrams is just a cash grab, and it is his empty mystery box bullshit storytelling.
Yeah, speaking of Jar Jar, did you hear the Doomcock? He went off on a rant about him.
I did.
I didn't see the live stream, but they took it out and he put it as a video on his channel. Yep. I got pissed off.
Yeah, because it was from was it the Exozone with him and Gary from Nerdrotic.
I think it was called the Inquisition.
The Inquisition, that's what it was. It wasn't the Exozone. The Exozone on Sunday nights. Yeah,
I think that's like sci-fi and extraterrestrial stuff. I think.
Yes. Yes. So let's see what else we have here. We got 8 people in the chat. Let's get 8 likes on that like button. Smash that bitch. Just pow pow pow. All right. Let's see where else we at here. Okay. So yeah, I just don't think they should be using Leia in this movie. It's just going to be bad. It's just going to be bad. They are okay. So here we go with the Sith troopers. There are solid red First Order troopers, yet their role is unclear at this point in time. And this goes along with the rumors that Palpatine had secretly amassed all these Star Destroyers, and right outside of, like, what is it, the unknown regions, and these are the ships for the Sith troopers, the Sith fleet. And I guess that one of the command ship for the fleet gets taken out in the battle, and that disables the rest of the fleet, and that's how the Resistance beats.
Wait, say that one more time.
So that all those Star Destroyers you see in the trailer, that is the Sith fleet that Palpatine has amassed. And those have the Sith troopers, and during they have a battle, and that command ship gets taken out. So that disables the rest of the fleet's navigation. So they're kind of lost because they're in the unknown regions for this battle, supposedly.
So the Phantom Menace again, all over again.
Yes.
The end. Are you serious? Now they're taking from the prequel.
Yep. Dude, it's.
And why are all those ships being controlled by one ship? That makes no sense if they're Star Destroyers.
Nope. And here's a good comment right here from Goober Brothers. Wibbly wobbly Star Destroyer.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly.
They're herkly jerkily navigating their way through
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley.
That's what the TIE Fighters do. Oakley dokley.
Oh, that is it's ridiculous. Like I don't think that they really even have a clue what they're doing at this point. They're just throwing shit together. It's like, oh, we got to have all these started. Well, why? There's no, everybody that was destroyed. Well, yeah. And then they go I guess they go to the forest moon of Endor again. And this is where Rey and Kylo have it out in the throne room. I don't know. They
go visit the Sundance Festival. they get to meet what's his name, Robert Redford. They're gonna be Robert Redford.
They're gonna look for the Ewok village so they can run around and say Yub Nub again. Let's see. Nien Nunb appears in an identical costume from the previous films and has a larger role than either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. Nien Nunb.
So 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah, that's. I don't. They're probably bringing him in just to kill him off again. I mean, I don't really. I don't really understand what the point is. Why? Endor, more like Endor, and that's a nice Billy Madison nod right there from Goober Brothers.
They need to kill Butthole Eyes. What's her face? I can't. Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata. Yeah, her eyes do look like an anus. It's just. Has anybody ever seen? Have you ever seen the show Preacher?
I don't think so. No.
No, there's a guy that got sent to hell and his mouth got turned into an anus, and that's what her eyes. I used to watch when I was watching that show. Still, that's what it always reminded me of was just Maz Kanata's eyes are just yeah. So let's see. Oh, here we go. The Knights of Ren do appear and each have a distinct weapon of choice, and
we are the knights who say "knee." You mean?
and is previously seen in The Force Awakens and the concept art for that film. And then it goes on to say, we don't have any confirmation that any of the knights previously seen in The Force Awakens will or won't be appearing in Episode 9. Does anybody even fucking care about the Knights of Ren anymore?
But it's the raid guys.
Yeah. The Rangers.
The raid, or whatever the guys from the raid they keep talking about.
That's the only time we've seen them. And then let's see. Oh, here's a couple of good comments. Let's see, Maz Kanata or Maz Kendua from the Appalachian American, and Loudy says the Knights of the Round Table, right whenever they're able. Yeah, this just gets worse and worse. Let's see what else we have. Carrie Russell's character is a bounty hunter with an allegiance that is unclear to my source. Carrie's character wears a purple.
Wait, Carrie Russell is in Felicity? Carrie Russell?
Yes, she plays a bounty hunter.
Really?
Yeah, they named it's Zoe. Is it Zoe something? I can't remember her name. It just really. Let's see. So her allegiance is unclear. Carrie's character wears a purple, nearly magenta jumpsuit with bronze and gold accessories, including an elongated helmet. And then it says, "Think about."
That's what she said. Elongated.
Hashtag. That's what she said. Think about a fancier version of Zam Wessel. If you remember Zam Wessel from, was that Attack of the Clones? She was the bounty hunter that got shot in the neck by Jango Fett, and she was the shapeshifter. And my source says that you will get that will get you pretty close to what she looks like. Okay.
Yeah, especially the purple.
Yeah. I actually have a what is it? A Zam Wessel action figure. It's kind of a off the like not a common one, but I also bought, what was his name, Rick Ollie, who was the pilot of the Naboo cruiser Padme ship, which I want to buy. I want to buy one of those ships. That's a big item I want.
Yeah, what I want is again, because I used to have it, I wanted is the Lego Naboo fighter.
Yeah, those.
Because I actually I have at least 3 pieces I still have that I know are from that set. I still gotta make sure I don't lose them.
Here's another good one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show this one. Wait, Rick Rude, open the cruiser. Wait, here it is right here. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
The Wookiees. Screw the Wookiees. Damn the Wookiees.
Let those Wookiees eat cake. Let those Wookiees eat cake. Let's see. Here's David Applegate. They're looking for the MacGuffin. Yeah,
take it to the UN.
The MacGuffin in this movie is that Wayfinder.
Wayfinder? Really? That's what it's called?
So yeah, and apparently it was.
Tell me if that doesn't sound like a car you would buy. All new 2020 Wayfinder.
Coming in 2020 from Hyundai. The all-electric Wayfinder. This bitch is such a cucked-out little fucking pile of shit that if you get hit by a stiff breeze, you'll flip your fucking ass over.
But at least you can say you care about the environment. You get a medal.
Oh, here's another good one. Man, I could go for a MacGuffin right now.
Yep.
MacGuffin sounds good. Oh, wait, here's Loudy. Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag butt stuff. Let those Wookiees eat ass. Ass and titties. This is the morning show, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we're doing it big here. Let's see what else we have. Naomi Aki's character is supposedly Finn's sister, and here's a moderator's note to that.
Excuse me.
This point was presented to my source as factual, like all the other parts of this post. But I believe it wise to take this one at a grain of salt until other sources can corroborate this particular bit of information. Yeah, Naomi Ackie is the African American lady who is seen with Finn in the scenes. Now, she kind of reminds me of. Have you read the Walking Dead comics, Tap?
No.
Okay,
I think I read like the first chapter or whatever, like when he's in the hospital and getting down. That's all I've ever read.
Okay. Naomi Ackie's character reminds me the way she looks like this character that they brought in towards the tail end of the comics named Princess. Mm-hmm. She has like the same outfit. If she had like the ski goggles on, it would be like a dead ringer. But it just really reminded me of that.
Doesn't she have goggles on?
I think I can't remember if she did or not. She very well could, but yeah, she just very much resembled the comic character.
When I saw her, she kind of, I don't know why, but she reminded me of Domino from Deadpool 2, the way she looked.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Yeah, wait, no, I haven't seen Deadpool 2.
Really?
I have not.
I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I'm not a big Deadpool fan. Like, I didn't go out and buy it. My brother buys them, so that's how I get to watch them.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest. I like the first one, but all right, Monica, you have a good day. Thank you for joining us, and I will hit you up when we are done here. No, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan. I enjoy it. I don't dislike the character. I'm just, it is what it is. I like Ryan Reynolds. I mean, he's amazing in that role. That is like a perfect role for him. It's like Van Wilder that kills people.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Basically, yeah.
Naomi Ackie's character, so supposedly Finn's sister. So yeah, and we touched on this last night. Judging from the way that Finn and Rey were set up in the first one, you could tell that they were supposed to probably have a romantic relationship, but they didn't really expand on that in the last dumpster fire. Because Ruin Johnson was like, "No, we're not doing this. We're good."
He ain't all like that. Where the white women at thing.
Oh, that was it. That was basically it. He completely just like fucked that movie up. So it's always I don't know. I don't want to talk about Ruin Johnson. Let's see. C-3PO has a scene where he holds military gear. It's unclear whether he actually fires any weapons, though. It says, my source doesn't recall exact C-3PO details. He appeared to have a bag or net, not unlike the Ewok trap net, and what he believes to be Chewie's bowcaster. I think in a poster they had him.
Was that a poster? I don't know. That could be true because that poster came out first a while back. They could just be going off of that.
And I think so. Now, what I've heard about this scene with 3PO is that. Oh, hey, good night, Chris Wicks. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good night, sir. The 3PO thing, I believe, is alluding to that. Everybody thinking he's like evil 3PO because he had the red eyes. It was because they uploaded something they found, a Sith relic they found into him, and he was trying to translate it, I believe. So it's kind of like a programming thing that did that to us. I don't. That's just.
What I'm thinking about. He's like they're saying he's evil. What's it called? 3PO. But if he's possessed by something, then that means someone's got to do the Ghostbusters meme. Are you the Keymaster or the key?
The Keymaster. Would R2 be the gatekeeper then?
Yeah, or the gatekeeper, whichever one. I forgot. It's been a while.
The gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But no, so I don't know. These just take them or leave them. I don't really care. I'm like I said, unless somebody buys me a ticket or I can sneak into the theater, I'm not really planning on going to see this. So
I'm betting some of those leaks are true. I mean, it'll be kind of like interesting which ones are because the bullshitters, they did an episode where they read off the leaks for the Last Jedi, and some of them were true. Not exactly the same, but they hit the same beats.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep. I wouldn't, if I was anywhere invested in seeing this movie, I probably would avoid the spoilers like I did with Endgame. Like I said, until the morning I was going to see the movie, I'm literally getting ready to leave my house, and I'm on Facebook, and a guy that I just added back dropped the spoiler that Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, died, which I was kind of assuming he was the one, but I still didn't want to know, because I was going to see it in a couple hours. And yeah, that I got hit with that when I was like, I deleted him again. I fucking blocked him. I'm like, you asshole, But yeah, I was pissed. I'm like, dude, I just added you back yesterday, and he was like, all right, whatever. So, but I don't really like doing that. But I'm like, that just pissed me off. So, I don't know. So, Star Wars Episode 9, I'm not expecting too much from it. I don't at all. There was now there's another article here, and I
The
wanted.
only thing that looks good, real quick, is that I don't know. I mean, because that's what's is such a damn shame is we live in this age where technology has really gone good. When I saw the trailer, the really cool looking scene is when the ships and the X-wing come out of like light speed and the shadows casted over them, but you can see a little bit of sunlight.
Yes,
it looked really really good. And I'm like, man, that actually looks pretty good, but it's like the whole movie's gonna suck either way. So who cares about one little scene?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's such a shame.
And to kind of expand on that, that is the one thing I will say about The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi is the movies weren't good, but the cinematography was. That was the only thing that they really did well in those movies was the cinematography and obviously the visual effects. But with the ships and the battle scenes and stuff like that, those were the only things that I really got out of that was good. The movies were bad, the characters weren't developed. The Last Jedi was a shit show, but the scene, the hyperspace ramming scene, while it's absolutely makes no sense, we all hated it. Visually, it was really cool. But that's, like I said, that's saying to me that still it was contrived and it was bad and it went against, all canon up to that point. So, and I've heard other YouTubers say it, and it's like, well, why didn't they just ram the Death Star and why didn't they just ram this?
Why doesn't everyone just ram each other with light speed, vehicles?
Yep. They would build, droid controlled, specific armored ships just for that purpose then if that was the case. So I don't I don't care about it. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid, but visually it looked good. And that just seems like that's a Rian Johnson film choice. Like I said, this is coming from the guy whose biggest hit before he did The Last Jedi was fucking Looper. So I'd rather
an okay movie. I wasn't a big fan. I enjoyed some of it, but I didn't go back and buy it or watch it ever again.
No, that's it. I watched it once.
I think the only reason I wanted to see it because of Bruce Willis, because I noticed it seemed like he was going to start doing a few sci-fi films again. Because I always I did like Surrogates when he did that one, and I always loved him in what's it called, The Fifth Element. That's probably his best science fiction film he's ever done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really, really love The Fifth Element. That is...
Yeah, you saw I tagged you in that picture?
Oh, God, yeah, dude. I would totally...
I love Ruby Rhod. I heard some people don't like it, but I love Ruby Rhod in that. And as soon as he comes up, that's like the best part. One of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, Chris Tucker was freaking hilarious in that movie, man. Yep. He was great. That was Chris Tucker just being Chris Tucker, being able to act goofy and bring that part to the role, which was cool. Let's see. Wait, Goober Brothers says y'all see the new Sith logo? Terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't think I've seen it, or if
he posted a link. He posted a link in the chat. I just didn't look at it yet, but I'm gonna have to look at it.
Yeah,
probably looks terrible. I'm sure it does look terrible.
Oh yeah, I don't like them. I don't like this whole Sith Troopers thing. That's to sell toys, man. So, yeah, it is, and it's not going to work, obviously.
I don't know. Why are they Sith Troopers? I mean, I know the Emperor was a Sith,
Yeah.
But he never went around, this is the Sith Empire. It was the Galactic Empire, Stormtrooper. He could have made them Sith a long time ago then. Why bother?
Why now? Yeah. Because
okay, now I'm looking at it right now. I mean, it's okay, but it's like, like I said, the whole Sith Trooper thing. Who gives a shit?
Is the link in the public chat here?
It's in the place to be a reviews one. Go up a bit.
Okay.
Right above. It's right above where Sal posted that beam of Lando looking at BB-8 instead of L337.
I'll have to, let me pop onto there and take a look at it. Yeah. I don't know, man. This movie is just, it seems it doesn't seem to be it's just meh. Oh, there it is right here. Okay, let's see. The Sith logo. It's from comicbook.com.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Throw some flames in there.
Yeah.
Make it all edgy and shit.
They're Sith edgelords now.
Yep.
I've got I'm gonna go Kyle today. I've got a monster in the fridge. I'm gonna drink. I got some drywall I gotta punch, so yeah, that logo is just meh. It's pretty much like everything else to do with episode 9. It's just meh at this point. You can't put any faith in them. This is and I got into an argument on the Dork Side of the Force, which it's so funny on that Facebook page, for the dorksideoftheforce.com. They made me a top fan because I troll them.
Yep. I see that every once in a while I get one of those badges. You got a badge for top fan, and some of them I'm like, I don't even do anything in this freaking chat. I mean, this group, or not really, or just a page you like, and every once in a while I'll like or share. Like I barely do anything, and I'm getting this top fan shit.
Yeah, I got one for the American Horror Story page, which I think I've shared like a couple videos because I did a video on the American Horror Story 1984 trailer, which comes out September 18th. And honestly, I haven't been this excited about American Horror Story since Asylum season 2 premiered. Are you an AHS fan?
I remember watching the trailers and I was like, when I first was like, oh, hey, Dylan McDermott's in it. I like him. But then I saw more of that. I'm like, man, this ain't my thing. So I just didn't watch it.
Yeah, he was great in the Murder House season, and he's made spot appearances since. But yeah, I really liked him in the Murder House season. That was the very first one, and Asylum was 2, and then you had I believe Coven was season 3. That was the witch season. That was really good. They did a damn good job with that. No, the only season I really hated, and it had so much potential, was Roanoke. About the lost colony of Roanoke.
Yeah, that does sound like it would be a good premise. I mean, yeah, because all those people went missing.
Yep. But they did like a reality show in a house that was built on the land that the colony was on.
Oh my God, are you serious? That's how it went?
Yeah, it was a reality show, and then like all the cast and crew, like basically they killed off all the main cast in the first half of that season. And the second half focused on just like a couple characters, and it was done poorly in my opinion.
Why didn't they just do it a period piece where it's set around the time of the colony, and then they come up with some crazy ass story, and then by the end they disappear, and it would end where that guy comes back and sees that no one's there anymore.
See, and that is exactly what they should have done with it, because it's an anthology series.
Yeah,
they could have, but they chose to go a different direction, and it just wasn't good. And I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm going to look up the ratings and see, the seasons, how they're rated. I'll probably go to IMDb to look at their scores, because that's something I'm interested in. I've got, like I said, I got videos to do today. I got a lot to do. This is before the kid gets out of school today. He had one day of school this week because of the holiday. So it was like he went today, and then he's got another 3 days off. I'm like, wait, I bet there's a lot of people who wish work was like that, but you still got paid,
Yeah.
So there's a rumor of a Wolverine versus Hulk movie.
Probably just a rumor.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I see the first trailer.
Yep, this is it's from Bounding Into Comics, John F. Trent. Let's see, pop this one off. It came out yesterday. It says a new rumor indicates Marvel Studios is developing a Hulk vs. Wolverine film for the MCU. The rumor comes from Mikey Sutton on Facebook, which is funny. As reported by TVO, The Lords of the Long Box, the film will be based on the Immortal Hulk comic, which is the current iteration of the Hulk in Marvel Comics. The rumor also indicates it'll be at least 3 or 4 years before the film hits theaters. Sutton specifically states Marvel Studios is discussing a Wolverine vs. Hulk film. Notice I placed Wolverine ahead. This won't be a Hulk movie because Universal still has the rights to the Hulk solo, which is why Thor Ragnarok wasn't Planet Hulk. He adds, according to my inside sources, they want to use the recent Immortal Hulk rendition of the character in the comic books.
Like I said, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I'll wait till that first trailer drops.
Yep.
Just like the Bad Boys did.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a trailer reaction to Bad Boys. I was at Bad Boys for Life because I love those movies, man. I saw both the first two in the theaters, and I don't know that I'll go to see this one in the theater, but I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I only watched the second one.
Okay,
I remember our dad was like, "Don't you say the N word," because we love that. We used to love watching that trailer when they would show it, and we would just watch it over and over again. And he was like, "Don't you say the N." I'm like, "Okay." Like we weren't even thinking about saying it. That wasn't our first thought. Our thought was we get to see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Yep.
Because we had never. Because honestly, I only remember watching parts of the first one. Never got to sat down and actually watch it all the way through. But I was excited to watch the second one. As crazy as it is.
Oh yeah, the first one came out when I was a sophomore in high school, so it was like 1996. So yeah, I went to the theater to see that one, and man, I was like, the soundtrack to that movie's great. It was a fun movie, man. And like I said, I haven't grown up, with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I've watched Martin, when Martin was on TV. I was already a fan of both of their work, and Martin Lawrence's stand up. I watched that as a teenager. You So Crazy and all that, dating way back. Those his stand up was really good. If you've ever seen any of that.
No, I never saw a stand up. My only experience at that, I want to say around that time, probably maybe one or two of his other movies and his the TV show. I used to love watching the TV show when it came on UPN.
Oh God, Mark, yeah, that show was fucking funny, man. But no, I really dig that. Let's see. Brothers Entertainment, Universal Studios is Bay. Universal, they were talking about that in a video I was listening to this morning. Now, Universal does own the release rights for Hulk movies. This is the thing. Amy Pascal works at Universal now. Amy Pascal is a huge fan of Marvel, and she wants, to work with them. So this is the thing. We could see a more or less the same deal between Universal and Marvel with the Hulk. Like we did with Spider-Man. Now that Spider-Man's gone, they might do that, and Universal might grant Marvel the right. They might come up with some kind of new deal to where Marvel's allowed to release a solo Hulk movie with Universal, and the rights sharing and the money splits, kind of like they did with Sony. I can see Amy Pascal kind of trying to spearhead something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I didn't even realize she went to Universal until just now. I'm like, oh hell, here we go again. Let's wait for the Universal email leaks coming out soon.
Oh no. Oh no! I wasn't really, I wasn't doing the YouTube thing then, but I do remember hearing about all those and just going, "Wow, that's a lot of information that just got dumped into the public," And then there was people getting fired, and yeah, it was, that was not good for Sony. Not at all, not at all. But yeah, I'd like to see another Hulk movie. I don't want to see Ruffalo anymore. I seriously, I wish Ed Norton would have been able to keep onto that role, because he was Ed Norton was a way better Hulk than Mark Ruffalo was.
I think he was. I do like Edward Norton more.
Oh, as an actor, yeah. Like I said, yeah. I couldn't name anything that Ruffalo had been in outside of being in the Marvel movies. That's how little I really, cared about Mark Ruffalo. Whereas Edward Norton, I've watched, his whole career. because the man's just a damn good actor. So,
Mhm.
I don't. Goober
I'm
Brothers.
thinking. I'm trying to think. I couldn't even do anything because I didn't find out about movies he was until later on. Like the only other movie I've seen him in is The Last Castle,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that movie, but mostly because it had Robert Redford, and I wasn't watching it for his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Redford, that man is a national treasure.
Mm-hmm.
He is. Let's see. Goober Brothers Entertainment says, "I want some more Liv Tyler." Yes, I agree. Liv Tyler's hot. That
Yep.
was her and Beck is a teenager in the mid '90s. Her and Alicia Silverstone in the Aerosmith videos was always a treat to behold. Because they were like almost the same age as me, so it was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not creepy because you're the same age.
Yeah, they were the same age. Now looking back, it's like, but you can't really watch those videos in the same light you did as a teenager. It's just kind of like, the song still holds up, because I dig Aerosmith and I'm old. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either Jeff Goldblum or EVS. I'm not sure anymore at this point. I pretty much lost track. So I wanted to talk about something that's been going on over on the Facebook page. I posted on the Place to Be Reviews page on Facebook, I believe it was yesterday, the A-Force picture, and asked people for their thoughts on it. Have you seen what's going on over there in that comment thread?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a sight to behold, man. It's a scene. It's turned into a little bit of a war over there, and it's just kind of funny. I'm trying to get it to load on my phone here. Because I don't want to screen share anything there. But yeah, it's kind of funny. There's definitely some trash talk going on
Hell.
on the thread, and I can't even. It's not coming up right now, but that's all right. So yeah, I think it's as Loudy said in the MCU group, it's a forced, and this is. And I talked about this last night about Young Ripa talking about how this writer wants the She-Hulk origin changed because if they give her her origin story from the comics, then she wouldn't be a superhero if it wasn't for her male counterpart. So he wants it changed to make her stand on her own, which is fucking ridiculous because, as Ripper said, that's her motherfucking origin story. You can't just change it because she's the She-Hulk because of Bruce Banner. That's her origin story. That is her origin story. You can't just rewrite that because you don't agree with it because of feminism. And this is a dude, and it's like you're not gonna get laid because you're white knighting for a fictional character, man.
We say that, but it's Hollywood. It's not that they're doing to get laid; they're getting laid more than they're doing the Harvey Weinstein thing.
Yeah,
but they're doing it's like a cover. You know what I mean? So they can say they're not bigoted or whatever the hell, misogynistic. As far as Hollywood is concerned, that's what I mean. Everywhere else, nah, you're fucked.
Yep, and that's it, man. I don't. Oh, it just pisses me off. And the dude that will he basically tried to call us out for being misogynist and not and being afraid of women, and I'm laughing going, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, I would have been perfectly happy if it was Scarlet Witch that did everything that Captain Marvel did in the last in Endgame, because it would have made sense if it was Scarlet Witch doing it, because Scarlet Witch is the baddest bitch, man. She is I don't care. They can say what they want about Cat Pan mediocre. Scarlet Witch is the most powerful goddamn female Avenger. She is. She absolutely is. And she's not OP'd, and she earned it. That's it, David. She earned that shit. She's been there, and they could have made her, which I think they're going to kind of course correct a little bit with her in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and moving forward with the WandaVision show. I think they're going to kind of course correct her character a little bit, but there's a possibility of them turning her into a villain in the Doctor Strange movie, which would be all right. I would be fine with that because she did do that in the comics. So this is, she's a character I've kind of had to do a little research on because I dig her, and it's not just because I think Elizabeth Olsen's gorgeous, but she is.
Yeah. You know what I do miss though, wish they would have, is the classic femme fatale. That hot, evil, super hot babe. It's evil, like the Baroness and all that.
Yes, that's my Xenia on the top right there, man. Like I absolutely love that. Oh my god,
on the top. Yep.
Yes, I would die a happy man. Let me just put it that way. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I pretty much fell in love with Famke Janssen in that movie. I was like, that is, that's hot. She's like that Baroness character. Yes, that was. They need to do that. It would almost be like, I think they're going to do that with that Yelena Belova in the Black Widow movie, because I think she's kind of a heel almost. But because that kind of is like Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow character, except she was, obviously a superhero or a hero, not a superhero. But yeah, I think that Yelena Belova is going to kind of be like that in the Black Widow movie. But so I don't know that. It all remains to be seen. All we can do is speculate on it until we see it. Marv, the MCU is going woke, and there's really not much we can do about it. It's just kind of you just pick and choose, and that's what I'm gonna do. With what comes out, what I watch. I'm not gonna run to the theater to see a lot of these movies anymore because they're just not gonna be worth it to me. I can wait for them to come out, on Blu-ray or whatever. So. Yeah. With that being said, though, I think this is a good place to end it this morning. Thanks for joining me this morning, Tap. I know you were busy last night, so I'm glad you came on today.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was trying to do so much that I was even up to like 12 o'clock doing this. What I was doing, I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, I figured I saw you jumping on. Come in. No problem.
Absolutely. So be sure to smash that like button on the way out. And we will be back on the fan cast tomorrow night for
not the fan cast. It's going to be on Raiders.
Sorry, yeah. Raiders of the Lost Flicks. I'm sorry. I'm so used to the fan cast being on Friday nights. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Flicks tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern for Samurai Cop. And that is free on YouTube. And we will give you a link, of course, to where you can watch that. So be sure, if you're not subscribed to Raiders of the Lost Flicks, to subscribe now. I will be back this afternoon with probably a pair of videos, and tomorrow I will have that Halloween review done and posted up for your viewing pleasure. Until then, I am Itapukuian. Pete, if you will, I am gone till later on. If I don't see you, have a good day and a pleasant tomorrow.
Good morning.
There we go.